And I know we get a lot of people that just aren't smart, that are the extremists on the far left or the far right saying, oh, they're for Donald Trump. No, we're not. We're actually for accuracy here. Donald Trump said last night that he was not going to accept the results of the election. It's just not true. What he said is, I will look at it at the time.
I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time.
Win, lose, or draw in this election, will you commit here today for a peaceful transferal of power after the election? And there has been rioting in Louisville. There's been rioting in many cities across this country, red and your so-called red and blue states. Will you commit to making sure that there is a peaceful transferal of power after the election?
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster.
Donald Trump decides to run for re-election, and actually I count me as one of the few people who don't believe he will.
President Donald Trump in New Hampshire holding his first rally since accepting the Republican nomination.
Joe Biden is up 13 points in New Hampshire, a state that was close 4 years ago, a state that Donald Trump was going to have a rally at in Portsmouth a few weeks ago, but had to cancel. Talking to reporters because of a lack of interest, they couldn't get people to his rally there. So they blamed it on weather, despite the fact it was sunny that day.
President Trump's campaign rally in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which was scheduled for tomorrow, is now postponed because of the weather. Also, tomorrow's event was supposed to be outdoors.
A campaign rally set for Trump on Saturday in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, has been postponed by a week or two due to the storm.
His planned rally in New Hampshire tomorrow has been delayed potentially for a week or two because of the storm of Tropical Storm Faye.
So they blamed it on weather, despite the fact it was sunny that day.
We will plan to be back here in Portsmouth. We're excited to be able to have a great rally for President Trump. But with the tropical storm coming up the coast, out of an abundance of caution and knowing that tropical storms can be a little feisty, we want to make sure that we put safety first for everybody.
Was going to have a rally at in Portsmouth a few weeks ago, but had to cancel. Talking to reporters because of a lack of interest, they couldn't get people to his rally there.
This rally was originally scheduled back in July, if you remember, but the campaign postponed it because of Tropical Storm Faye. As you mentioned, people were really excited, camping out overnight, eager to hear this president speak.
But I will just say, at the end of July 2020, the same thing I warned you about in February of 2016, before Super Tuesday, that Donald Trump will lead to the end of the party of Abraham Lincoln. You know, Mike, Donald Trump is not one to apologize. He's not one to take a step back. This may be the one time he needs to reach into his pocket and grab that card, because if he doesn't, he'll win in the short run. He'll get destroyed in the fall.
But no one's saying he's going to lose.
Well, no,
Mika,
he's going to win.
No, he's going to lose kind of like his credibility to the point where in the general he is impossible.
No. Listen, we've been right. We've been actually right all along. I said when he did the abhorrent Muslim ban and even compared it to Germany in 1933, I said his numbers were going to go up. We predicted that he actually was going to go up and do well when everybody else said he wasn't. I'm also telling you right now, this will virtually ensure that he gets destroyed in the fall against Hillary Clinton.
Super Tuesday was a sweeping victory for Donald Trump. Trump claimed big wins in the South, a 22-point margin in Alabama.
Getting a good picture, everybody, so we look nice and handsome and thin.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Young.
Know what I'm saying? So shit, man.
It looked like he was shifting into second gear. The last 2 weeks have been absolutely colossal. And we're going to show you numbers that show the Republican numbers nationwide have gone to record lows. Well,
because they have to get tougher, they have to get sharper, they have to get smarter. We have to have our Republicans either stick together or let me just do it by myself. I'll do very well. I'm going to do very well. Okay?
We told you when to buy Trump. Remember about a month and a half ago, we said, it's time to sell.
It's time
to sell
guys,
this stock.
Come on,
this guy not only contributed to Hillary Clinton's last presidential campaign in 2008 as a Democrat, he's contributing to this Hillary Clinton presidential campaign, making certain that she will be elected president. First of all, Donald Trump is just not doing what is required to win.
saying out loud.
Okay, so yeah, he knows he's going to lose. So let me correct my last statement. Says he's going to win by giving speeches and going on Twitter. You can't. You literally can't win that way. It would be like an Olympic athlete saying, "I am going to play Xbox."
Nicole, Republican leaders in Utah are making appeals to Donald Trump as a recent poll found him tied in that state with
And Mika, again, this is one of these times we want to stop for people that are driving. The poll that we're showing right now, the Salt Lake Tribune poll, shows Donald Trump at 35%, Hillary Clinton at 35%.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is in a dead heat with a Clinton in the state of Utah. Mika, that's staggering.
Fox News is ready to make a projection on the state of Utah, projecting that Donald Trump will win the state of Utah.
Donald Trump is in a dead heat with a Clinton in the state of Utah. Mika, that's staggering.
And Utah has now gone for Trump.
Mika, you're not dumb and neither am I. You know what he is.
Well, then don't treat us like we are dumb.
Tell me what these words say.
What he said last night was that he would not accept the results.
No, he didn't say that.
Mika, don't do it.
No, I'm serious.
No, don't show you the words.
I know what he said. I heard what he
said. I will look at it at the time.
I will look at it at the time.
I'm an intelligent person. I know what he has said over the last 3 weeks. He has said this system is rigged, and he has said before he may not accept the results. He said it again last night when confronted with a direct opportunity.
Does not say I will not accept the result.
The President of the United States, yesterday, for the first time in the history of this great constitutional republic, said that he would not commit to a peaceful transfer of power.
Will you commit to making sure that there is a peaceful transfer of power after the election?
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. I will look at it at the time.
We're just trying to bring some accuracy to the proceedings. Everybody has set their hair on fire and saying that he's going to be like Yeltsin standing on top of a tank in Russia in 1990. We have a peaceful transfer of power, and somebody leaves office and somebody else comes into office without tanks. And it's just not the case. He was Donald Trump being Donald Trump, saying, I will look at it at the time.
I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time.
He just can't say what we would all say. And that's why he's probably not going to be elected president of the United States. We were taught that what separates America from every other country in the world is for how long this grand constitutional republic has had a peaceful transfer of power.
Not my president. That was the chant at protests across the country Wednesday as tens of thousands of people took to the streets to protest the election of Donald Trump, who surged to victory over Hillary Clinton. In California, at least 13 people were arrested as hundreds blocked traffic on 2 major highways. Thousands more gathered at Los Angeles City Hall, waving Mexican flags and burning a giant effigy of Donald Trump.
Look at it. Look, we can play the semantic, rhetorical game.
What do you mean semantics? It's not a semantics game. It's called the English language.
Well,
every president before Donald Trump has never questioned whether there would be a peaceful transfer of power.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens.
You know what I'm saying?